Haha, the enlightened smile.
Hey guys, how's it going? So this is 2 weeks on from my initial consultation. So I had my first consultation about 2 weeks ago, and what they did was they took me through my scans and my teeth. So it's different to my usual dentist. I usually go to an NHS dentist, but I decided to go to a private one just because I wasn't really sure where to get them done. And when I brought it up, they did the Enlighten at my own dentist, but it was the same price as going to this private place. And they were also like, oh, we don't do it often. And that's kind of like, I feel like I want like a specialist and not just someone who's like, oh, well, we'll give it a go. I start my Enlighten for the first time later tonight because it's been 2 weeks since I had my initial meeting. So basically the dentist just did some scans on my teeth to make sure I'm eligible to get Enlighten. So I've got some fillings. So this tooth at the front, these two, they have like sort of fillings at the back, so you can just about see it at the bottom. And then I do have a few others. So they told me basically your teeth will whiten, but you might have them fillings that you might need to replace with the same colour as your new teeth if they go, you know, dramatically white and then they're really niggling at me. So that went all well. I was like, let's do it. Let's just go for it because I've been wanting to do it for so long. So here's where I just wanted to do a little check-in, see where my teeth are now. So here's where they are now. Like, this is all out of the light. Yeah, so this is where they're at now. I mean, I'm excited to see sort of the progress that it goes on. I hope that, you know, all of the reviews I've read sort of have that a positive. I've not read anything negative for Enlighten. So fingers crossed that it'll do the job. So today I'm on my way to the dentist now. I've got a hygienist appointment because they recommended getting a hygienist first just to maximise my best whitening journey. And then after that we're going, I start with the trays. So I believe it's 2 weeks of the trays, so I'll keep you updated on how that's going. I think I've got to have them in overnight. So when I get the packet, I'll walk through everything that I've got. So yeah, I'm really excited. I'll keep you posted. I feel like there's not a lot of videos online about sort of guys doing it, firstly, and also a lot that seem to be like sponsored by Enlighten. So this is just me getting it done. I'm not sponsored by Enlighten. If I'm happy with the results, I'll be happy with the results. So fingers crossed I will be. So technically today is day one. Okay, so I've just had my hygienist appointment, which basically just polished my teeth, I think. And then she said, if you start tonight, it's the perfect time for your Enlighten to start because it'll just really make the white pop. The hygienist gave me this, which I think is just because I've not been flossing properly, so completely irrelevant to anything here. So this is what we got from Enlighten. So it's an Enlighten bag, very nice, very bougie. I've got basically in here Enlighten, the toothpaste to follow afterwards. So this isn't until afterwards because I already have a toothpaste, what I've been taking for 2 weeks prior to now. I'm going to try and do a picture every single day as well to show the progress. So I'll start with day 0. Inside here is the Evolution Home Kit, which was explained to me in like relatively good detail. I think the only thing that wasn't sort of explained was that you have to refrigerate it. I knew that just because my partner's had the same thing done, but it wasn't explained to me that I need to refrigerate them. So I was a bit like, okay, good job I knew, because otherwise that would have been pretty annoying. I'm going to refrigerate them soon. I haven't yet, but I think you can just once you start using them, I think. But obviously you need to get back from the dentist. I've literally just got back anyway. So inside the box, there's some swabs at the side, so that's just in case you get some sensitivity. You've got this white one here, which is 10% carbonide peroxide, and the other one's 16%. And basically there's 7 days and you've just got to use a little tiny bit onto the imprints, which are here. So I've got in here my molds. So she basically said put in the don't put it maybe at the back as much, mainly at the front, and just put them in the gaps in between the teeth. She said focus the peroxide in. So just do that every night. You've got 7 days for the first one, 7 days for the second one. So 7 days for the 10%, 7 days for the 14%. You use these things, I think, to put them in, which I think helps. I'll find out tonight. The swabs to help with sensitivity, there's an ice pack in the back as well. Very nicely packaged. You've got all the instructions on the front as well. So it just says brush your teeth, use the week one, syringe a small amount of gel onto each tooth compartment, place the trays in mouth, brushing backwards, and then it's overnight for 4 to 8 hours, she said to me. But I sleep for about longer than that sometimes, so we'll see. I'm really happy. I've got my moulds, got everything ready to go. I'm really happy with how it's packaged. It feels very nice and like exciting. I feel like I'm going to like a little journey. So let's see what happens. Exciting. Hey, so it is day 2. So I've had my first 2 days with the gels in, and I'm not seeing much of a difference. I'm not too sure. Maybe a little bit. I guess like I kind of wasn't expecting much of a difference after just 2 days. I'm getting quite sensitive teeth already. My teeth are very sensitive, especially the bottom ones. I've tried the swabs and I've tried painkillers. They've not really done a lot. But I'm not sure if it's because of the hygienist was sort of poking around, or if it is because of the gels. But it's very sensitive right now at the bottom. So I'm hoping that goes away. If it gets worse, then I might call the dentist. I'm not too sure. The gels weren't that easy to figure out at first for me. I thought it'd be a bit simpler. That I didn't realise that there's like a cap at the bottom of the filter. So you've got to take off the cap and then you do it. And I was like, it's not working. And I was like scared I was going to break it. But luckily I got the cap working and got the fluids in. The first night was quite uncomfortable wearing the trays in my mouth. The second night wasn't too bad. I think the first night was just sort of getting used to it, and I gagged a little bit. I think just because I wasn't used to sort of sleeping with it in. And then my mouth got very liquidy, like really liquidy. I think it's just because I'm not used to it. And then I was like almost like dribbling in the night. But last night that was less because I think I just wasn't swallowing the night before. I don't know why. Day 2, I'm feeling good though still, like a little difference. And I'm excited to see like the result as the week goes on. So yeah. Let's see how it goes, and hopefully my sensitivity goes. But yeah, apart from that, it's been a really smooth process so far. I like the fact it's at night. Yeah, it doesn't really affect me in the day. The only thing that sort of is the sensitivity still. So hopefully that goes and doesn't get worse when I go onto the other trays. So this is my final day. I've got my trays in of my week 1 gels. I still have some left, even though it's been the full week. So maybe I can use that in the future. I don't know. They're looking a bit whiter. I wasn't feeling it the first few days. I was like, I can't see anything, but they're feeling cleaner. I'm feeling more confident. So week 2, let's see what happens. Just had the final sort of treatments. You go in and you have 2 20-minute gels, but they're like more intense gels, I think, than the ones you have at home. The first one wasn't stinging, but the second one was like, ow, my gums are already stinging. And my mouth was watering a little bit, so they had the little sucker thing but they just kind of left me alone to my own devices doing it, which made me kind of feel like I don't necessarily know what the dentist did in this journey I've had for my teeth whitening Enlighten. Like, I've done the trays at home, and then I've come back and they've basically just given me 2 other trays that could have been a gel, and then I've just left and then just took a picture. So I don't know necessarily what they've done, but I don't know, yeah. I don't know why this couldn't be just a in-home full treatment, but I guess it's nice to go into the dentist because you feel like you're getting more of your money's worth. That's kind of what I felt like anyway. And so here they are, the big boys themselves. Yeah, you know what, I'm happy. So I've got fillings at the bottom of my teeth. I'll do like a proper in-depth picture so you can see. But I've got a filling on the front plates of my front 2 teeth are fillings. And he basically said that the fillings won't change colour, so you might want to debate
changing the filling to match your new teeth once you've got your Enlighten smile. But I can't tell the difference, which made me kind of think, like, have they been whitened? Because I couldn't see any difference there. So I was like, that's peculiar. They're not as dramatically white as possibly my like wildest dreams was imagining, but they're definitely whiter than they was. Like, I'm looking at this with the t-shirt now, and it was really white in comparison. So yeah, like, I'm really happy. I think generally the whole process has been really quite smooth. Like, doing them at home, just filling the trays yourself. I think there's some confusion just by not having the full information of, you know, where do I put the trays in the fridge, and then when I'm taking them somewhere else, or how do I properly fill the tray? Because I think I've got some information to fill them sort of in certain different bits, like of the tray from different like YouTube videos. Like, do you just like fill the front, or do you like put it at the bottom so it like fills up? And then sort of like the saliva, they're the only issues I've had with the trays, and then the fillings was something that was sort of on my mind as well. But overall, I'm really happy. So it's higher than B1, so that's good. That's sort of the standard. If it's not higher than B1, they do something else. I still have trays left. I've got a tray of the 10% and a tray of the like 1 day of each for the 1% and 1 day of the 16%. So yeah, we'll see. Look at me smile. Haha, the Enlightened smile.